Hello all, and once again, welcome. In this today's session, I'm going to deal with 8th grade IGCSE mathematics. Okay, and the topic is something about radical sign and index form of numbers. Okay, now in the previous videos, I had for this 8th grade IGCSE students for mathematics, I have already started with chapter number 1, which is rational numbers and irrational numbers and indices. Okay, so this indices or numbers in index form is one and the same. I told you indices and exponent and index form. Okay, these are meaning almost same. Index form. Okay, so a number in index form is said to be a number in exponential form. It is said to be a number in indices form. Okay, so these are various name of the same thing. Okay, now today I'm going to talk extra about something called radical sign. Now, what is this radical sign? This is a radical sign. Okay, these are radical signs, right? You must have seen in mathematics. Okay, you have numbers of this type. Here you will have some number inside of it. Okay, right? In general, it will be m and x, right? So these are numbers which are in radical sign. Okay, so today I am going to discuss more about this radical sign, numbers in radical sign, numbers in index form, and a connection between the two. Okay, so let us get started. First, let us start with this. See some numbers I'm going to write here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then it goes on, right? So these are the numbers, right? In general. These are natural numbers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. Now, in the second line, I'm going to write square. This is in general n, okay? N is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, square, SQUA, squared numbers. Okay. Now, what are squared numbers? Squared numbers means n square. Okay. These are known as squared numbers. So, 1 square will be 1, 2 square will be 4, 3 squared will be 9, 4 squared will be 16, 5 square will be 25, 36, 49, and so on. Okay. These are known as squared numbers. Okay. Now the squared numbers in general, the squared number of n is written as n squared. Okay. So if this is n squared will be this. This is known as index form. This is index form. Okay. So in index form, you always give number as something raised to something. Okay, so this in general, so 4 can be written as 2 squared. Okay, 3 can be written as 3 squared. This can be written as 4 squared. This 25 is nothing but 5 squared. 36 is 6 squared. This is 7 squared. Okay, and so on. Now, same way you have something called cubed numbers. Cube numbers. Okay, right? This in general can be written as n cube. So cube of 1 will be how much? It will be 1 into 1 into 1. That is 1 only. Okay. This can be written as 1 square, right? So 1 cube is, cube number of 1 means 1 cube. Cube number of 2 will be 2 cube. Then 3 cube. 4 cube. 5 cube. 6 cube. 7 cube. Right? These are known as cube numbers. Okay. Now these are in index form. Okay. So n cube. This is also in index form. Okay. These are known as squared numbers because the power is 2. These are known as cube numbers. because the power is 3. Okay. If the power is 4, okay, then also it is in the index form. Okay. And this is known as a 4th power number. 4th power number. Okay. This is also in the index form. Right? So 1 square is 1, 2 square, 2 cube, 1 cube is 1, 2 cube will be 2 into 2 into 2, that will be 8, 3 cube will be 3 into 3 into 3, that will be 27, 4 cube will be 4 into 4 into 4, so that will be 64, this 5 cube will be 5 into 5 into 5, that is 125, 6 cube will be 6 into 6 into 6, that should be 216, and 7 cube is 7 into 7 into 7, and that should be 343. Got it? So, so far, you came to know that if n is a number, natural number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then the square number will be this, and the cube number will be this. Okay? Fine. Now here, it is not necessary that n should be positive natural numbers. Okay? It can be negative natural numbers also. For example, suppose you take n as -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Okay. Then n square will be what? It will be -1 square. Okay. Which is equal to 1. Then here -2 square. This will be 4. -3 square. That will be 9. -4 square. That will be 16. And -5 square. That will be 25. And it goes on. So minus n squared will be n squared. Okay. So negative natural numbers also can be squared or it can be cubed. Okay. Got it? What will be n cube? Okay. These are square numbers of negative numbers, right? What will be n cube in this case? -1 cube will be -1 into -1 into -1. So you can write -1 raised to 3. And this will work out to -1. Okay. -2 cube will work out to -8. -3 cube will work out to -27. And -4 cube will work out to -64. -5 cube will work out to -125. Okay. These are cube numbers. Okay. Minus n whole raised to cube. Okay. So remember now what I want to say is whether number is positive or negative. Okay. You can raise that number to anything, and in general you can write now if an integer z, okay, raised to some even number, okay, will always give you, suppose for example you take +2 raised to 2, and if you take -2 raised to 2, +2 -2 both are integers, so in general this z is integer, but when the power is 2 even, okay, +2 will give you answer as 4 and -2 will also give you answer as 4. So if z is an integer, integer means it can be plus or minus anything. Okay. So let us be plus or minus x, right? And if the power is even, then the answer will always be positive. Okay. See, for example, if you take +2 and the power is 2, okay, then the answer will be 4. It is positive. If you take +3 and if you take the power as 4. 4 is also even number. Okay. So this will be 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. So that will be 81. 3 3s are 9 and again 3 into 3 9. 9 and 81. So you see that it will always come as positive. Okay. So this is one rule that you should know. But if z is raised to an odd, now what will happen? If it is a positive number raised to say some odd number, okay, then the answer will be either positive or negative, isn't it? Let us check. Suppose you have a number as uh, 2, okay, and raised to, suppose it is 3. So the answer will be 2 raised to 3 is 8. It will be positive, okay. But if the integer is -2, it is negative, and raised to 3, then the answer will be negative, -8, okay. So remember this, if it is a positive integer, the answer will be positive. If it is negative integer, the answer will be negative. Okay. Take some examples so that quickly you will get to know and you will understand this very nicely. Suppose it is 2 raised to 3. Now because 2 is positive integer and this is odd, so answer will be positive. Let us check what will be the answer. 2 raised to 3 will be 2 into 2 into 2, which is equal to 8. And can you say it is positive? Now if you take -2 raised to 3, okay, then it will be negative. Why? Because this integer is negative and the power, this is odd. When this is odd, then depending upon the integer, whether it is positive or negative, the answer will be either positive or negative. Now this integer is negative, so your answer will also be negative. Let us see how. So -2 into -2 into -2. This is the meaning of -2 raised to 3. So -2 you will have to multiply 3 times. Now when you multiply, you will have to multiply sign also. So minus into minus is plus, plus into minus is minus. So you get a minus sign. And 2 into 2 is 4, 4 into 2 is 8. So you are getting an answer as -8. Okay. So now suppose you take 3, and if you take the power as even, suppose 3 square. So 3 square will be 3 into 3, which is nothing but 9. So it is positive. Okay. Now even if you take negative integer, but if the power is even, that is 2, still it will be -3 into -3. So when you multiply minus into minus, it will be plus, and 3 into 3, it will be 9. So still you are getting the answer as plus. Okay. So this is the answer is still positive. So when the index or the power is even, okay, then the base, whether it is positive or negative, the final outcome will be positive. Same way, if the power or the index is odd, like in this case, okay, if the power is odd, okay, odd means 1, 3, 5, 7, that way, okay, then it will depend upon the base. This is known as the base. Okay, so if the base is positive, then the final outcome will be positive. If the base is negative, then the final outcome will be negative. So in general, base raised to power will be equal to positive, okay, if base is integer, that means positive or negative, okay, and power is even, right? This is one case. And this base raised to power will be negative if the base is okay, power is negative, sorry, and the power is even. Okay, now if base is integer, okay, plus or minus, and power is odd, then what will happen? The outcome will be b raised to p will be positive if the integer is positive, and this will be negative if b is negative. Okay, so this is what you should remember. By practice you should come to know. Okay, so let us practice some few questions related to this. Okay, let us start with this. 2 raised to 3 will be how much? Minus 2 raised to 3 will be how much? Okay. 4 raised to 1 will be how much? Okay. 4 raised to 2 will be how much? 4 raised to 3 will be how much? Minus 2 whole raised to 3 will be how much? Minus 3 whole raised to 2 will be how much? Minus 3 raised to 2 will be how much? Minus 4 raised to 2 will be how much? Minus 4 raised to 2 will be how much? Now these are some of the questions. Let us try to get the answer for this. First one is 2 raised to 3 will be how much? Now see here the bracket is not there. Okay. Here there's no bracket. So remember that. This means just 2 multiplied by 3 times. So the meaning of this 2 raised to 3 is nothing but you take this. See there's nothing means there's a plus sign over here. Right? So just 2 raised to 3 you do. So 2 raised to 3 will be 2 into 2 into 2. So you will get the answer as 8. But here, so answer will be 8 over here. But here, minus 2, there's a bracket and then raised to 3. The meaning of this is you have to take this minus 2 and this whole thing you have to multiply how many times? 3 times. You have to multiply minus 2 3 times. Okay. Now when you are multiplying a number with a negative sign, you have to multiply the sign first and then the numbers. So minus into minus is plus and plus into minus is minus. So when you multiply minus odd number of times, that is 3 number of times, the answer will be minus. Okay. And then you multiply the number 2, 2 and 2. So 2 into 2 is 4, 4 into 2 is 8. So the answer will be minus 8. So can you see here 2 raised to 3 will be 8. Minus 2 raised to 3 will be minus 8. Getting me? Minus 2 raised to 3 will be minus 8. 4 raised to 1 will be just 4. Okay. 4 raised to 2 will be how much? It will be 4 squared. So 4 into 4, 16. 4 raised to 3 will be how much? It will be, this is plus 4. So plus 4 multiplied 3 times. So 4 into 4, 16. 16 4 is 64. So this is 64, right? Here minus 2 raised to whole raised to 3. Now minus 2 whole raised to, now this is repeated. Let me remove this bracket here. Okay. So it was written this way. Minus 2 raised to 3. Now here the answer will be what you know. What you have to do is, since there is no bracket, you know, this there's something called BIDMAS. BIDMAS. Now in this minus 2 raised to 3, there are two operations. There are two operations. Okay. One is 2 raised to 3, that is index. And another one is minus 1 multiplied by this 2 raised to 3. This is nothing but multiplication. Okay, so there are two operations. So when there are two operations to be performed, you have to go in order of this. So first you have to do index and then you have to do multiplication. I stands for index and M stands for multiplication. So here there are two operations, index and multiplication. So first you have to go in order and do index first and then multiplication. Okay, don't do multiplication first and then index. Okay, so minus 2 raised to 3 is nothing but minus 1. If you write it properly, this will be minus 1 multiplied by 2 raised to 3. So there are two operations. One operation is index operation that you have to do here, and other one is the product or the multiplication that you have to do between these two. So in this case, first you have to do the index. So 2 raised to 3 is 8. And then you do multiplication. 8 multiplied by minus 1 will be, so 2 raised to 3 is 8. Now this has to be multiplied by minus 1, isn't it? So second operation is this. So when you do second operation, it will be minus 8. Okay. So whether it is minus 2 raised to 3, the answer will be minus 8. And if it is minus 2 raised to 3, still the answer will be minus 8. Remember these things, but this is not all the time. This is not all the time. Okay. So this example, so you have to do this way. If bracket is given, then you have to take the whole number minus 2 in the bracket and multiply that by 3 times. Okay. But when the bracket is not there, okay, you have to first do the index, that is 2 raised to 3, and then you have to do the multiplication, that is that 8 you have to multiply by minus 2. Okay. So minus 3 whole square will be, this is the number in bracket. So minus 3 you will have to multiply 2 times. So this will become minus into minus plus, and 3 square will be 9. Here see what is going to happen. Here there is no bracket. Okay, so there are two operations. So first operation is 3 square. This operation you'll have to do first. So 3 square will be 9. Okay. Then second operation is that you have to multiply by this minus 1. So when you multiply this 9 by minus 1, you will get minus 9. So minus of 3 square will be minus 9. Okay. If it was minus 3 the whole square, then your answer would have not been minus 9. Then your answer would have been minus 3 multiplied 2 times. Okay, the meaning of this will be minus 3 multiplied 2 times. This will be minus into minus plus, and 3 into 3, 9. So it will be positive 9. So minus 3 the whole square is plus 9, and minus of 3 square is minus 9. Remember this. The reading also you should remember. How to read this? This will be minus 3 the whole square. How to read it? Minus 3. When you see the bracket, don't forget to say that word whole square. And when the bracket is not there, don't use the word whole. Okay. So if it is like this, minus and this one. How to read this? This you have to read as minus 3 square. Don't read minus 3 whole square. This you have to read as minus 3 square. And this you have to read as minus 3 whole square. So remember this language. Minus 3 whole square means minus 3 you have to multiply 2 times. So that will give you positive 9. And minus 3 square, this you have to read as minus 3 square. Minus 3 square means you have to first do the square of 3, and that you have to multiply with minus. So you will get minus 9. Okay. So I hope you must have got the clarity of this. There are lots and lots of students who make fumble in these things only. They make a lot of mistakes in this. Okay. And to understand this, perhaps they understand at a very later stage, even after reaching the 9th grade. I have seen students, 9th in the 10th grade also, students, they fumble with this. Okay. So remember that when the bracket is there, it is whole square. When bracket is not there, you don't use that word whole. Now here, let us say this. How we are going to read this? This you are going to read as minus 4 square. See, I did not use the word whole square. Okay. How you have to read this? Minus 4 square. This you have to read as minus 4 square. So this how you have to do? You have to first do this operation, 4 square, separately. That is index operation. So that is 16. Okay. Then this 16 you have to multiply with this minus. So you will get minus 16. So answer of minus 4 square is minus 16. Now how we are going to read this? This you are going to read as minus 4 whole square. You see, minus 4 whole square. This was minus 4 square. So when it is minus 4 whole square, you have to do the square of this negative sign also. So minus you will have to multiply 2 times. Minus, if you multiply 2 times, you will get the answer as plus. Okay, minus into minus is plus. Then you have to multiply this 4 also 2 times. So it will be 4 into 4, so 16. So the answer will be plus 16. Is that clear? So that is the difference. Minus 4 whole square will be plus 16, but minus 4 square will be minus 16. If you remember this, if you digest this, you are not going to make any mistakes. Is that clear? So that was regarding the main thing that I wanted to tell you. So let us quickly do some more questions on this. Okay. So let us start with this 1 square. Okay. Then minus 1 square, 2 cube, minus 2 cube, minus 2 the whole cube. Okay. 3 raised to 1, 3, 2, and minus 3, 3, and then minus 3, 4, 4, 2, minus 4, 2, 4, 2, minus 4, 2, 4, 3, minus 4, 3, 4, 3, minus 4, 3. Okay. So let us quickly do this so you'll get a practice of this very nicely. So first is 1 square. 1 square will be 1 square will be 1 into 1, which is equal to 1. Then second is minus 1 the whole square. See how I am reading, minus 1 the whole square because of this bracket. So minus 1 the whole square means minus 1 you will have to multiply 2 times. Minus 1 you will have to multiply. So this will be minus into minus plus, so plus 1 will be the answer. Then next is 2 raised to 3. 2 raised to 3. This will be 2 you have to multiply 3 times. The answer will be 8. Okay, 2 into 2 into 2 is 8. Right? Then next is minus 2 raised to 3. So this, because bracket is not there, first you do this. So this will be 8. And then you multiply with this minus. Okay. Then next is minus 2 whole raised to 3. When it is minus 3 whole raised to 3 means minus also you will have to multiply 3 times. So minus into minus into minus will be minus. And then 2 multiply 3 times. So minus into 2 into 2 into 2, that will be 8. Okay. Now next is 3 raised to 1. 3 raised to 1 is nothing but 3. Let us take one more. 3 raised to 0. Okay. And you know anything raised to 0 is 1. So this answer will be 1 only. Anyways. Right. So 3 raised to 1 is 3. So here we have reached here. Okay. How we start? 3 raised to 1 will be 3 multiplied just 1 time. So 3. Then this is 3 squared. Now whether the bracket is there or not there, it doesn't make any difference because this is positive. Okay. So this will be 3 square will be 9. Positive 9. Right. Then this will be, now this will be read as minus 3 the whole cube. So this whole cube means this minus also you will have to multiply 3 times. Minus you will have to multiply 3 times. Minus into minus, plus, plus into minus, minus. So the answer will be minus. And then you take this 3 and multiply again 3 times. So 3 into 3 is 9, 9 into 3 is 27. So answer will be minus 27. Okay. Now this, minus 3 raised to 4. This is minus 3 raised to 4. Now because the bracket is not there, I will not multiply this minus 3 times. Minus I will keep only 1 time. It will be once only. This is multiplying minus by 3 raised to 4 will be 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. Isn't it? And this is nothing but, this is a 9, 9 is a 27, 27 is a 81. So this is 81. That multiplied by this minus will be minus 3. Okay. So minus 3 raised to 4 is minus 81. Now let us do this. 4 squared will be 16. Minus 4 squared, it will be minus 16. Minus 4 the whole squared, it will be plus 16. Then 4 cube, it will be 4 into 4 into 4, 64. Okay. All this I have done. And then minus 4 cube. Okay, this will be 4 cube is 64 and there's a minus sign without bracket. It will be minus 60. Okay, then this is 4 cube. 4 cube is already done, no? Yeah, so let it be minus 4 cube. Okay, so minus 4 cube. So minus 4 whole cube. It will be that as minus 4 whole cube. So minus I am going to multiply 3 times. So it is going to become minus into minus into minus, that is minus. And 4 I will multiply 3 times, so it will be 64. So answer will be minus 64. Okay. And this is repeated now. 3 raised to 0. Anything raised to 0 is 1. Minus 3 raised to 0. Again 1. 2 raised to 0. Again 1. Minus 2 raised to 0. Again 1. Anything raised to 0 will give you the answer as 1. Okay. So with this, I am ending today's session, and this was a good session because I have seen from my experience, many students even after reaching higher grades, they don't have the clarity of this type of numbers, where they have to perform the, where they have to write the value for a number which is given in the index form. They fumble a lot in this. Okay. So where there is bracket, what you have to do, where there is no bracket, what you have to do, bid mass is something that you have to follow. Okay. All these things I have discussed in this particular session. That's all for today. In the next session, I'll continue with the same chapter. Bye.